At Rebecca's wedding, my wife Claire spent the night welded to her coworker Jason. Perfect jaw, perfect hair, perfectly not me. When one of her friends asked if she was married, Claire smiled like a villain and said, "Not really. It doesn't count when he's boring." They laughed. I didn't. I just watched. That was the moment something in me clicked from hurt to calm. I stopped trying to be seen and started planning to disappear on my terms. The illusion from the sidewalk. Our life looked fine. Blue shuttered house, 2 paid-off cars, curated vacations with the blessed captions. Inside, our marriage was duct tape and denial. Jason seeped into everything. Dinners he recommended, presentations. He fixed late-night texts that made her smile, in ways I hadn't seen since our honeymoon. When I suggested a quiet mountain cabin for our 6th anniversary, to try, she waved the folder away. Jason had a better idea. A flashy resort with infinity pools and zero intimacy. We went. She texted him sunset photos. I smuggled 11 bread rolls from the breakfast buffet and realized I was done. The plan? I'm not a screamer. I'm a spreadsheet. I hired Henry Martinez, a divorce lawyer who treats court like a sport, and we built a playbook. Document everything. Texts, receipts, late nights, the wedding humiliation. Protect assets. House, premarital, deed in my name. Retirement, inheritance. Move paychecks to a new bank. Trip the wires at once. Freeze her authorized cards. Change the smart lock codes. Revoke app access. Timing, file Monday. Let a process server hand her the truth at work. Meanwhile, I quietly boxed my keepsakes, rented a storage unit, and started sleeping in the guest room. She didn't notice. Wedding, revisited Emily's reception, same venue, played like a cruel sequel. Claire and Jason coordinated outfits and danced like a commercial for adultery. Her friends gathered. "Where's your husband?" She pointed at me like I was a coat rack. "There, but it doesn't count when he's boring." Laughter. Again. I found the bride's teenage cousin, the one who films everything, and got her footage from both weddings. That night, I sent a 10-second clip to the people who needed it. Claire's family, both brides, and Jason's girlfriend, Rachel. Subject line: Truth about Claire and Jason. Then I went home with my wife and let her sleep. Sunday, removal day coffee. Checklist: delete Claire as a user from the smart home. Change every door code. Transfer the joint account down to 4732. Cancel her authorized cards. Box 42 cartons of clothes, candles, and decorative pillows into the garage like a returns department for broken vows. My phone exploded with texts the moment the wedding clip hit inboxes. I ignored them and emailed Henry. Everything's in place. File tomorrow. I napped like a baby. Monday. The knock 7:22 a.m., Claire called from upstairs. "The bedroom door won't open. The app's not working." "Huh, must be a glitch," I said, punching in the master code she no longer had. She left for work. At 8:33 a.m., the process server knocked. She wasn't home, so I sent him to her office. At 11:47, my phone rang hot enough to melt glass. "You had me served at work?" she shrieked. "In front of everyone? I was worried he might miss you." "You can't do this without talking to me." "Like you talked to me before you started dancing with your friend while telling people I don't count?" "It's not an affair." "Tell that to Rachel. Check his email." Silence then. "What did you do to the account?" "Moved my money. There's $47 left." "Gas is on you." I blocked her number and for sport, saved her mother's voicemail, pearl clutching about how I'd thrown away a marriage over nothing, in a folder labeled Delusion. The PR war by Tuesday. Claire had launched a full-scale social media pity tour. Sometimes the people you trust hurt you most. Heart emoji. Her team called me controlling, jealous, unwell. Jason strutted around the office playing the protector. What they didn't have was evidence. I did. The 10 seconds of pure, polished truth did more damage than any speech ever could. Apologies trickled in. Rachel dumped Jason and posted the clip with a caption that went viral. "Imagine losing your girlfriend because you can't stop slow dancing with a married woman." Henry kept it clinical. Her attorney huffed about access and support. Our filings answered with deeds, dates, and documentation. When they tried to paint me as the villain, Henry cued the video. The room got very quiet. 6 months later, I sold the blue-shuttered house for a profit, and moved into a downtown condo with floor-to-ceiling windows and no ghosts. The divorce finalized cleanly, assets intact, strings cut. Claire's family dialed back the funding after watching the clip on repeat. Friends drifted. Jason's career dried up faster than his charm. Me? I make coffee, watch the sun climb the glass, and enjoy the sound of a life that's finally mine. People ask if I'm dating. Not yet. I'm busy liking the quiet, and the fact that no one is using my loyalty as a stage prop. At Rebecca's wedding, I learned what I am. Boring. And here's the secret. Boring isn't weak. Boring plans. Boring documents. Boring waits. Boring hits once. Clean, lawful, final, and then goes back to sleep. I raise my mug to the skyline. Here's to boring, I tell the room. For the first time in years, it sounds like freedom.